Guys, so today I'm going to be making a cinnamon roll French toast bake. It's like cinnamon roll. It's like a cinnamon roll bake. I don't know why French toast is in that. So I have everything measured out, and so I still have to measure these out, but we'll get to that. So I have the half a cup of milk. I have the 4 tablespoons of butter, and the 6 eggs are all ready. You will also need 2 tablespoons of cinnamon and 2 teaspoons. You need teaspoons. So 2 teaspoons of both of these and 1 cup of this. I just grabbed syrup. That's what you need. They said like any kind of syrup will work. Sorry. Okay. So I have my bowl here. I'm going to preheat the oven to 375. Okay, so that's preheating. We're gonna get everything ready. Okay, so first we want to get the cinnamon rolls and cut them into 8 pieces. I'm gonna wash my hands again quick. Okay, so I did sanitize this before. Best to make sure. So we just take the wrappings off. So this recipe is pretty easy. It's a lot of stuff you already have in your house. Like, we already have cinnamon rolls in our house. It's just the Pillsbury kind, you know. Any kind will work. You can make homemade cinnamon rolls and use that for this also. If it'll open, maybe. Oh, I love that sound. Okay, I have to grab a cutting board. And since this isn't really hard to cut, I'm just going to use a butter knife today. Okay, so the top to the icing came off. So you will need the icing at the end, so you're just going to want to keep that to the side. Okay, so you have your 1 cinnamon roll. What you do is you will take it and you will cut it in half. Okay? And then with that, you'll go 4. Maybe I should use this. Okay, so I'm just going to use a sharper knife. So I'm just going to throw these in one of my bowls that I have. So you want to make sure your fingers are curled, so opposite of what I was just doing. So there's 8 cinnamon rolls in each of these packs. I think that's a pretty standard amount. So you do need 2 cans for cinnamon rolls. Okay. Some bigger pieces will be okay. Okay, I'll be right back when all these are cut. Okay, so we have them all cut. So I'm just going to set it to the side for now. Okay, so the oven is preheated now. So what we all need in here... I did just sanitize my mouse and computer also. So we will need the milk, the eggs, the butter, the 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons. Doug should learn how to read. So I have a half teaspoon because our 1 teaspoon is dirty. So that'll be 4 half teaspoons. So that's the cinnamon. Cinnamon's good. Huh? And 2. So then I'm going to throw this vanilla extract in there. Okay. Then we need a whisk. Maybe. Okay, so I got a whisk. We're just gonna whisk this all together. Still some milk in here. Okay. Okay, so I messed up a little bit, but it's okay. We'll work with it. We'll work with it. So it says dump the butter in the bottom of the pan. I accidentally dumped it in the mixture. So what I'm going to do is just spray the pan. Okay, so then what we're actually going to do now is, hopefully that fits. So I have my pan here, it's all greased up. We're going to take the cinnamon rolls we cut before, and we're just going to spread them around in this dish. They can be stacked on top of each other, it doesn't have to be spread out perfectly. I've made this many times, it's actually really, really good. I do recommend. It's easy, as I said before, and if you know how to read, unlike I do, it's like everything that like you should have at your house. So it's syrup, butter, cinnamon, vanilla extract. You might not have cinnamon rolls at your house like I do. You can find a recipe on how to make cinnamon rolls, which cinnamon rolls aren't the hardest to make. And you can even make your own icing, which is pretty easy also, and it does taste delicious. Me taking Miss Fox's class in 8th grade, we made cinnamon rolls, everything homemade, so it was actually pretty good. You can just go online and find a recipe. Okay, so now that we have all our cinnamon rolls in this pan, okay, this is a smaller pan, I know, it calls for a bigger one, but it should be fine. So then what we're going to do is we have our mixture, and we're just going to pour it over our cinnamon rolls. Just pour it in there, make sure to have all your cinnamon rolls. And then I'm just going to take the whisk and kind of push them around, because I don't want to use my hands. Salmonella and food poisoning. You don't want that. Looks delicious. Okay, so now that we have our pan ready to go, we're going to take our syrup. You need 1 cup of syrup. So I'm going to use a liquid measuring cup. And I guess we're using the rest of this. And then we're just going to pour it over our mixture. Okay, so now that my oven, it is preheated already to 375 degrees. Ooh, make a mess. Okay, so you're gonna pop that into the oven for 25 minutes. You want to make sure to check it every so often just to make sure it's not burning. So you right in the oven. Okay, so that's in there, and then we're going to just wait for that to bake, and then I'll be back.